it's definitely not sanitary to eat a gummy bear. That was something that's been in the mail. I'm torn. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to it. But I was thinking about eating it. If you weren't here, I would have definitely eaten that. So how has everybody been? It's been a minute since I've gone live on YouTube. So I'm pretty excited about it. We got some catching up to do. So today I'm gonna be doing an unboxing from TCT Crafts. And I haven't looked yet. I kind of peeked because I actually I have a couple boxes to undo. So this one is going to be Spring Florals. This was the January box. So I am excited to dig in. And based on what's inside, I'm thinking it's going to be a wreath. We shall see. All right. So again, TCT Crafts is owned by Melissa, so she carefully creates these boxes. They're always perfection. And if you go to their TCT Crafts website, why is my chat disconnected? If you go to their website, they have kind of like designer sections, so you can see not only, hey Melissa, hi, nice to see you. I was explaining that not only do we have, you know, the items that you send us, but also things that we may order ourselves go in a designer section. So I just ordered some really, really nice ribbon and some florals. So I'm very excited about that. So it's going to be in my designer section. And then anything that gets sent in these boxes, that also goes in our section. Hey, Connie. Hello, old friend. Not that you're old. You've just been my friend for a while. Nice to see you. Yeah, there's something going on with the chat because right now it's saying it's disconnected. So, anyways. And Melissa, I had no tissue paper the other day, and I was like, I know there's bubble wrap. There's two things Melissa does not ever skimp on. Is bubble wrap and tissue paper. And I was like, I'm going in. Going in. And there it was. All right, so let's see what Melissa's note is for January. Ooh, I'm seeing some pretty ribbon. All right, let's see. Bring a breath of fresh spring in the air. Featuring our brand new Soft Touch Hydrangea, ooh, in a gorgeous mix of white, blue, and green, along with coordinating hydrangea ribbon. This box is perfect for creating a soft and elegant wreath or arrangement. All right, so this is great for if you're going full on spring, or kind of if you're doing that transitional time, this works out well. Hey, Kim. How are you, girlfriend? I know, Melissa, it's totally not. But see, that's how reliable you are. I'm like, where can I get tissue paper? And then I'm like, I know, Melissa always has it. Same thing with the bubble wrap. All right, so let's see. Hello, Amber. First time back in like months. Months. Today was the day. Hey, Renee. I know, it's been months. Hello, Michelle. I know, I miss you guys too. And everybody's been super nice about like sending messages and all that stuff. And I was like in this like cocoon stage. And today I got just a really kind message from a lovely designer named Helen. And I was like, you know what? I'm so lucky to have such special people. Like, why am I hiding from people that I love? That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, it feels really good to be back and doing this and having a chance to reconnect and see how you guys are doing. Because I don't know how you guys are doing. Because, again, hiding. I've been hibernating, hiding. All right, so let's start off with, ooh, these always go over really well. Not that Melissa doesn't already know this, but, you know, if somebody is new or they're just looking kind of for like a quick way to get things paired up, when you have sprays like this, let me see. And at the end, I'll end up putting all the SKU numbers in. And actually, I think, Melissa, I think that if they go into the designer section, is all of this stuff listed there? I feel like Ashley's told me that like a million times and I just don't listen. Okay, yeah, so this is a berry flower filler spray. So what's great about these is that there's so much texture in them. So we have our berries, we have some florals, we have something that looks like kind of like fern, eucalyptus. You know, when we just make up the names of what things are, like that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But the point is, you see all the texture, okay? And even though it arrives flat, you start to just kind of pull it apart. And you know, you could use this whole thing at once, or we could pull it apart, depending on whatever we see fit. Yeah, Amber, what is, oh, it is in my section. Thank you, Melissa. Amber, Amber's saying you guys aren't going to fight for me anymore? And that doesn't sit well with me because I've been counting on this fight for like a month or two. So you guys have to fight. You have to do something. You have a gift card for TCT Crafts and you've just been sitting on it? Oh, girl. Well, we got some goodies here. So I think you're going to find a way to spend them. Okay. I have used these before, and I absolutely love these. So these are Real Touch Hydrangea. Okay, they're kind of like a chartreuse green. These go in everything, okay? I mean, you could use them for St. Patrick's, but anything springy, I've noticed like certain flowers are just really consistently used throughout the year. Bernadette, she opens up that side door and like all the cold air goes in. So then Bruno's gonna fully plow through it. Thank you, Bruno. So yes, people love like the blue and green hydrangea mix or even like the white and green. So you can see this. They're beautiful and they really are like super soft to the touch. Okay. And now I have never seen the white before, so this is exciting. But Amber, I wanted a fight. You can't say it like you're gonna have a duel and then you're not gonna have a duel. What am I even doing? What am I going for? Kim, let us know what you end up getting, whether it's something from this box or something else on the website, because I was shopping there the other day, and I was like, ooh, it's so hard to choose sometimes. Stupid budgets, even though I struggle to even do that. Stick with them. Okay, so we've got 2 of these sprays. Ooh, this is so pretty, Melissa. I didn't even know these existed. Okay, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So now we've got our blue, our white, and our green. Okay, how beautiful is this mix? Love them. And each one has 5 stems. These would go great in an arrangement or a wreath. I mean, any type of floral display. There you go, Kim. That's the fighting spirit, okay? Amber, I don't like this gentle Amber. I'm over it, okay? I like the aggressive, in-your-face Amber. Why are we going to get adult and talk about medical issues, Amber? They are gorgeous. All right, Amber, we'll get back to topic. You're right. Okay, love these. Love these photos. All right, and now we have the same spray as the blue, but they're in white. These are definitely something this time of year when people are not quite ready for spring. Like I've been selling a lot of like the year-round styles and bows. People love their bows. And Connie loves the blue hydrangea, yes. Yep. Wait till you see the ribbon that goes with these guys. All right, so this is also something, a great filler for year-round. I would just pull this thing apart and mix it in with everything. 2 of these. I think cream is perfect for year-round because people like, and actually there's some in here, some eucalyptus. Ooh, this is a lot of eucalyptus. I'm curious on the price of this because this is a lot. Usually you get like a stem somewhere. This you would chop up into like, I don't know, you could probably do like 6 or 7 pieces. Oh, I can't break dance. Amber, there are parts of my body now that they just crack and I have no idea why. It's not good though. I know it can't be good. All right, so we have eucalyptus here. Yeah, so I think things that are like cream, eucalyptus, even the blue tones, Like all that subtle, more muted stuff, I think does very well. And see, Melissa's got her hand on the pulse as always, because now we have our, this is, you know, blue based when we're talking about the two families. I always talk about the mafia families in the greenery world. So we have something that is yellow based, which is like this. I don't have anything that actually has like the green and yellow in it. But then you have something that's blue based. So when you're holding it up to something with the blue, I mean, this is a bright blue, but hopefully you can kind of see the point. So this type of eucalyptus is blue based. This is more of the silver dollar eucalyptus. Okay, so these guys are definitely, they're definitely family. Hi, Cynthia. I know, I went into cocoon mode, but today I feel like coming back. It's a good day. So thank you so much. I'm glad you're here as well. All right, so Melissa's given us a lot to work with. She is good like that. Circuit dancer, yes. Are you volunteering? Will you? That would be great. All right, and now we've got some beautiful ribbons to pair with it. And I have something similar to this, and I have sold just the ribbons alone. And I know I'm always talking about profit margins with ribbons, but like, don't sleep on this, guys. I'm not kidding. You make so much money with just a bow. So, you know, you don't have to get crazy with like all the different layers. You can just get a simple roll and just make like 1 or 2 bows out of it. For people who don't know how to make bows, which, you know, we all know what a struggle it is and we want to make them. But if you don't know how to make them and you don't want to learn, you'll pay a good price for them. So, you know, like people will pay $75 for, you know, a bow that could be a tree topper. Such gorgeous combos. Absolutely. All right, so I grabbed a wreath. This definitely could make an amazing arrangement as well, but we're going to go the wreath route today. All right, so to start, I am going to prep my wreath base. All right. Let's see. And yes, the gummy bears are out full force. I needed my strength. All right. Got my fave Sure Bonder, 60 watts. He is very safety minded. And Sure Bonder actually sent me some cool stuff this week. Just celebrating, you know, 2025 and all that stuff. And so we're going to be doing a Sure Bonder giveaway with some of the swag they sent. And then some other things. I'm probably going to quiz you just because I like to bug you. And I want to make sure that you geek out about it like I do. You know, you got to earn it. Not from me, just you got to earn the Sure Bonder. Okay. This guy's a little wonky. It's definitely a good wreath, but you can see it's a little ovally. So, like the beast that I am, I'm just going to put this on the floor and I'm just going to squish it. Okay. Like, these wreaths are not going to break. So, when I say manhandle these suckers, I mean it. It's us against them, guys. And actually, in the process, a ton of, like, debris came out. You know, like the leaves, the pine needles, all that stuff. So, that serves 2 purposes. All right. So, what I'm doing right now... I'm trying to feel the quiz. Well, I'll give you some tips. I don't want you to feel like you failed. It's not meant to make you feel bad. It's meant for you to want to win swag. Ooh, Victorian floral one. Kim, I think Kim just shops. I know you designed Kim because I see it. But I'm like, that woman shops. Your credit card company must love you. Oh my gosh. Michelle, you have to. So especially at workshops, you know, people are like, I don't like mine. I'm like, that's okay. Like, I don't want anybody to think they got like a bad wreath. I'm like, as long as you don't mind me putting it on the floor and stepping on it. But yeah. Other than that, the other thing I do is, it's kind of, the other thing that you can do is, like, I get these by the case from Michael's, and so they come with in packs of 15, and so I always just save a box, and then when it hits like the 15 mark of like bad ones, I just go ahead and I return them, because, you know, Michael slacks quite a bit sometimes. Bernie, why are you over here? So you can eat things and throw up and gross everyone out. She's like, yep. All right. So I just melted some petals here. So what are people working on right now? Are we done with Valentine's Day? Because I'm not, because I'm behind. I will always be behind. But what I do like is sometimes I just get things like at Home Goods and I just return them when I realize, like, okay, you've done it again. You've done it again. But I do have some really cute ribbon, so I am going to work on that because there is still time for people. People are doing like those Valentine's, like Christmas trees, all that stuff. And also, like, Amber worked on one of those moss wreaths. You know, it's just like a wire frame with the moss. And for something like that, like, I use mine just to display, like, how a bow would look, you know, that it's interchangeable. So I think it's good for that. But Amber actually designed on it, and it looks really beautiful. But it does show you, too, Amber, that you could, like, not that you need my advice. Let's be honest. But that's something you could sell, like, this wreath is 4 seasons or something, and have like one thing that can be put on, and then, you know, all of a sudden you have a different 4th of July bow that you can put on, something like that. Because again, people don't know how to make bows. If they don't know how, and they don't want to learn how. Let's see. You're working on fawn. I'm sorry, I'm reading her name. Yeah, Amber's was gorgeous. Okay, spring and Easter. Yes, I gotta get my Easter button gear. Yes, she is an amazing designer, and she's an amazing teacher. So, Amber, I know you teach on Facebook. Do you teach on YouTube as well? Hello, Miss Leslie, in the house. How are you, my beautiful, beautiful friend? Today was the day. Felt like I could come back on, not depress the world. I know, I missed you too. I do. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. So I think it's very interesting, you know, and I know people have different, you know, religions and things they believe in and all that stuff. And none of this is meant to, like, challenge anything that anybody believes in. But for me, sometimes if there's something that makes me feel hopeful, like, I'm all in. I'm, like, all into it. So, so this past year with, like, the Chinese zodiac stuff, I don't know if it's astrology. I don't want to say the wrong thing and not be respectful. But with that, last year was the year of the snake, which is also my year because of my year of birth. But that year ends on February 16th. And so the whole thing with the snake is that you basically shed. You know, you shed the bad things and you move on to the next. So the next year is the year of the horse. And for the year of the horse, like, you crank. Like, you're going to make money. You're going to be climbing ladders. Like, all of the things that you want, all the aspirations that you want, you're going to go for them because you're going to leave all of this toxicity and all of, like, the bad behind. And so the end of my year had a lot of bad in it. Beginning of this year had a lot of bad in it. But I will say, last Friday, I was able to finally buy my house, like, stay in my house. I thought I was going to have to move in 4 weeks. I was able to get a job that I've really been wanting. Everything just kind of fell into line. And it's like, as soon as someone bad kind of was shed, all of a sudden all these good things started happening, which is really why I came on today, because I felt like I could do it. Before, I felt like I was just gonna come on and cry. And I was like, I don't think anybody needs to see me cry. It's not pretty, I'll tell you that much. Hello, Creative Honey. Let's see. I just want to go back. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Leslie. It's like, I just thought it was like never going to end. I really, up until, I mean, really, I just didn't think it was going to end. I do want to announce on behalf of Amber, she did her last YouTube last Sunday, and she'll be live on Facebook and TikTok tonight at 7. If anybody else is doing lives or you want to promote your business, absolutely, you're always welcome to put that in the chat. Yeah, the chat. Also, if people can remember to like and share, because I really do want to reboot my channel. I know it's been super stale due to my own negligence, but that's always appreciated. But yes, I hope that, has anybody else like been feeling like last year was just heavy? And like, you don't have to disclose anything, but just like, I keep finding out, like, people keep sharing stories, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I thought it was just like me. Like, I keep saying like, same dumpster fire, different match every day. And then I'm learning, you know, like, there's always so many people going through things, and we just have no idea. So, and I'm just going to put the ficus underneath just to cover the wreath base. She nailed her live. I bet she did. Thank you so much, Kim. Honestly, I just felt so bad. Like, every time my daughter's here, I'm like, I was just so on edge and just not myself and not wanting to talk and really like true cocoon mode. Like, don't want to do anything social, like all those things. It's just, I've never like felt like that way to that extent, but I just think I needed it. I think my nervous system needed to just like chill from the things that I've had to go through. And I know you get me. I know you get me, Leslie. And you know what? And it's a testament to who you are, because you always show up so kind and caring. And, you know, I have a lot of respect for you. And I really do appreciate you. We got each other, my friend. We all do. So if anybody is ever in need, you know, like, and like I'm always here for you. If you don't find me to be too intrusive, which I certainly have the ability to be, but if ever you need a friend, you do have me. You got me. Might not be able to shake me. All right. So as I'm going, I'm going to think about the bow thing for a minute while I'm doing this. I usually just start off with a layer of ficus. I know ficus is not everyone's favorite, but it is my wallet's favorite because it usually costs about $1 or so. It's not an expensive green. It's 2-dimensional, but when I'm doing a crescent wreath, ooh, or let's not do a crescent wreath. Okay, I'm still going to use it though. Yes, you know what? All the stuff that Melissa sent is too pretty. We're not doing crescent wreath. Okay. Yes. Better idea. We are going to do cottagecore. Cottagecore. All right. Yep, and I was reading something about when, like, the next chapter is coming, it gets very quiet. You do cocoon, you declutter, you feel agitated by things you used to love. You're not as engaged in things that you used to love. And so for me, I've been really struggling to design and feel creative and feel happy. Kind of because I felt like my life was like I'm like in self-preservation mode. Like, am I going to lose my workshop? Like, I built this workshop myself, not physically, but like, this is my space. And if I had to leave it, I don't know what I would have done. I don't think I would have continued. So being able to keep something I love so much has definitely brought me a big relief. So yeah, good things are on the horizon for all of us, even if we got to go through some tough things first, right? Sometimes you just gotta shed the bad, and then the good's it's gonna make room for all the good. Helen, you are why I'm on here today. Thank you. So, so sweet. Thank you. You're so, so kind. Amber, you said I deserve AI happiness. I want artificial happiness. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. I know what you mean. Thank you. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? I think I saw you. Were you live today or last night? I feel like you were. Or maybe you weren't live because I think you showed the event that Kim is doing. Maybe you're doing it together. All the happy. I know. Amber, you know what? If I'm not teasing you, I'm not loving you right. I don't know what to say. Yes, we will be stronger. Because you know what? When you stop saying yes to somebody else's BS, you're saying, or no, every time you say yes to somebody else's BS, you're basically saying no to yourself. And so even though that definitely threatens your livelihood, oh my gosh, how much better will life be? And how much better of a mom am I going to be as far as being a role model? So happy. So happy. And not a ton has really happened yet. But the foundation for it has, and that's what matters. Yeah, Melissa is fantastic. She curated, sorry, eating gummy bears because I'm 5. Yeah, she curated a great box. Okay, I know I put this down. A lot of the time it gets covered. It's just like it's like my blankie. It just makes it very, very easy for me to design. You were, okay, I knew I saw you. Diane. Thank you so much. All right, and Melissa, thank you so much. Everything is amazing. I can't wait to post because we're going to be making a gorgeous wreath with these materials. So excited. All right, I will see you later. Yep, Diane, I was just saying, like, a bad chapter ended, and now we're on to the good. And YouTube, you know what I mean? And YouTube, you know what I mean? Why are you buffering? Are we good? Hey, Debbie. Debbie, I am loving your AI things, your gown, your purple gown. I knew it was you right away. Sometimes I can't tell. Like Melissa did one too. Like she did the caricature one, and I was like, that's definitely Melissa. And I love her blazer. Like I want her caricature blazer. Yeah, very cute. Amber's was super cute too. And it's always so fun when people jump on and they like know each other. I don't know. This is why I do like when there's like in-person events. Not only because Amber is going to change her mind and fight Kim, but also it's kind of surreal when you get to actually hang out and like relax and stuff like that and like eat dinner, go shopping, all those things with friends that you chat with all the time. You're having too much fun with it? I know. I don't know if I've talked to you guys, probably not. I think I've talked about it in the other group, but so like we've been using AI for we've been using AI to come up with some of the marketing stuff for the Derby Gala with TMI, and so they asked us to do one where like we're dressed for the Derby, we're in the pretty dresses and all that stuff. So that one came out fine, but it's amazing. It's the best community. Like not only for the creativity, but also like the kindness. Like it's like a whole family you didn't know you had or needed, but you do. So yeah, every time I've made myself or like I've asked it to like put me in a dress, like if you're not super familiar with having it do it, like create a picture for you, you like load an image of yourself into ChatGPT, and basically I just say like use my face and my body, but make it look like I'm wearing a floral dress at the Derby, with a hat that has like a lot of flair and feathers or whatever. And sometimes it goes totally rogue and like you look like a Barbie or, you know, I'm like 20. But what it's done every time I've tried to have it make me a jockey, it makes me a little on the larger side. And I think chat has an issue with jockeys, which is interesting because we know jockeys are tiny. So if anything, it should be making me smaller. But instead, it's not being very nice to jockeys. I think the jockey community should take up with that, because there's something going on. Couldn't tell you what. And oh my gosh, this is my first cottagecore that I've done in a while. So I am extra excited. There is something about it too, like once it kind of like messes up, it just gets worse and worse. Like I just try and like scrap it and start over again. Like once it makes me look like a Barbie that's like 12, it goes downhill. I'm like, I just gotta scrap this and start over. Yes, I've seen people that have 3 arms. Like, what is that? To me, that just seems odd. All right, so I'm just cutting these down because what I want to be able to do is just move pretty quickly through this. And I'm going to be designing in a pattern. So what I want to do is have everything ready to go because we are going to be placing these in the same order all the way around. Okay, and I'm just cutting off the foliage because I feel like the way it sits, it's just going to be kind of in the way. So you can cut this or you can pull it off. You can save it if you want. I feel like I end up with just so much of this though, so I'm gonna toss it for today. Hi, Bruno. Hi. He's a baby. How you doing? Glue pot. Hi. Nothing makes me more nervous than Bruno in a glue pot. And he's off. Yes, the cocoon took some weight off me. I think it's more like stress, but yeah. Oh, these slide. Yeah, working on some balance. I've never been in a place where I'm too stressed to eat. But man, am I an emotional shopper. I had the last few weeks, I'm like, my credit card company loves me and I'm gonna hate myself when the bill comes in. I know, Debbie. I'm like, people are gonna have dysmorphia from like some of the things that it does. Because we're gonna get so attuned to like, this is how everybody's body looks when it's not. Like you're gonna like be naked in a mirror being like, this isn't what I look like. So I think that's kind of like a danger of it, but I don't want to suck the fun out of it. I know, Debbie. I'm happy too. And honestly, I was gonna hang out in there another week or two. But again, Miss Helen to save the day. And yeah, like, so there's these things called like, this is like a psychology lesson. You may not care, but there's something called LCUs, which are life change units. And when you have X number of them, they can basically create like a downhill or a decline in your health. So like the biggest one is, I think, death of a loved one, then divorce, then marriage, which I thought that one was funny. Things like job loss, all of these things. So if you have so many things going on at once, like moving, new job, all of those things, and you tally them up, then it can lead to illness. And so like the last few months, I've been having like other issues that I've been trying to manage on top of trying to manage everything else. And so it's just been like every direction, you know, but it's like now everything's starting to kind of like clear up. So again, it's like just needed some time to deal with things one at a time whenever possible. Fun sucker, I know. My daughter won't touch the AI. She's like, it's disgusting. I'm like, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. So yes, you do have to kind of be aware when there's like so much going on in your life, and like how can you manage it, or like manage your stress so that it doesn't have that happen to you. I don't know how much we can control some of that stuff when they're big things, but I do think that was absolutely happening to me because I don't have health issues normally, and I was just getting walloped with them. So I know self-care is so important. I went to on Saturday. I'll work while I talk. On Saturday, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a little self-care. You know, like knowing I'm going back into like an office part-time. I'm like, you know, I gotta get as much done as I can. So I'm like, gonna get my eyebrows done, mani-pedi, all this stuff. So on the way home, I was like, well, I clearly deserve a salad, like to go. Okay, starting in the top left, because that's where I like to start. Yes, on the way home, if you're in this area, which is New Hampshire, there's this place called Tuscan Market, and like they have like a lot of good restaurants and, you know, shops and all this stuff. So I'm gonna leave this hanging out probably like 3 inches ish. Yeah, so while I was waiting, I had to order an espresso martini because I had to. I had nothing else I could possibly do while I wait. And I was like, this is self-care too. This is great. Why can't I have an espresso martini? I deserve it. But definitely take a lot of baths. I love a good tub. Glass of wine, candles. That's all I need. And that was like one of the things I was like super stressed about, aside from my workshop, aside from the fact that I live next door to my parents, aside from the fact that my dogs need a backyard that has commercial fencing and turf. I was just like, I only looked at like one house, and it was tiny, but it was cute. But then I saw the bathroom, and I was like, hell no. I'm like, no. Like, I can't get in that tub. I can't do it. I'm so used to my tub. I'm used to the jets and all the good stuff. I'm like, it's all I've got right now. Don't take away my tub. Yeah, it's hard to be present, isn't it? You could, Kimberly. And I mean, and that's what I keep learning. Like, people have been really kind and sharing like their stories, and it really amazes me that people can show up in such a positive manner despite what they've been through. Like, you know, you see people who they go through something and they carry that weight and that negativity, and like when you carry that type of negativity, it's really like, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So, you know, that's not good. Like, you have to let things go as much as you can. Easier said than done. But like, if you keep clinging to hatred or why is that the only word I can think of? Like wanting revenge on someone. I mean, like, I went into Borders and there was a book on revenge, and it had like fire on the cover, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And then I looked and it was like, you know, you're not supposed to want revenge. And I was like, oh, you're a stupid book. But I do get the point. It was just in that moment, revenge felt pretty good. But yeah, you gotta let stuff go, because otherwise, like, you're keeping all that negative energy with you. And what's gonna happen when you're around the right people? Like, you're not gonna be in your right mind to be someone they want to be around, you know? Like I said, I feel like People are coming back into my life. That, like my daughter's dad. I haven't spoken to him in years. Out of the blue, we talked yesterday. My brother and I. And I'm like, you know what? There's just like a cloud that I didn't even realize the extent of it. I thought it was only bothering me, but it clearly was affecting other people. The Barbie memes. Kim, those are hysterical. Because I just find them to be so relatable. Like, I love those videos where they're like, I want a girl that, like, you know, looks like, I don't know, whatever, like a model or whatever, but then she looks homeless 3 minutes later. Because that's how it is. Like, you get home and you take off your makeup and you put on your sweats and, like, suddenly you've transformed into, like, a whole different beast. And once those things are done, like, you will not go back. Like, there is no putting back on makeup. There is no getting dressed and putting your bra back on. Like, it's done. That part of your day is over. You're bothering me. Why? You need to be up top. I think you need to be up top. You need to be lower. They are so unhinged. Kim, you really are so funny. You just have a great presence and a great personality. And I love, like, I feel like you're putting yourself out there more. And the more you do that, obviously, the more people are going to see you and they're just going to fall in love with you. And you deserve that because you're talented. And you're a character. Like, that's what people want. Sorry, I usually bring a straw and I forgot. She really is. It's nice being able to, like, grow with other people, you know? Amber, you've done a ton of growth. Again, well, the year of the horse is starting. Amber, you should see what your sign is. Like the Chinese zodiac thing based on your year. Because imagine if you're the horse. You should look that up because I can't right now. Well, Kim, I'm not going to lie. You're a lot. I just happen to like it. And I think that's what's going to make people drawn to you. Is because you're different. You're not shy to be yourself and stand out. Sorry, my bobby pin's messed up. And honestly, that's his loss. Because we'll take you. We'll take all that time. I don't think everybody's spouses get it. And I think that can be hard when you hear, like, there's a lot of spouses that do understand and they're supportive, and then there's those that don't do anything. And that can be really hurtful. But it shouldn't deter anything that you do or have any impact on it because it's your dream. As long as they're not messing with it. Of course, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have that support, but you are? Amber! I knew it. I knew it. You better do some research because now it's going to be year of the horse on top of your year. Just like my thing anyways is snake. So I already was shedding and then it was the year of the snake. Ooh, that gave me chills. Because you are like on a fast track. I can see it. Every time I see you doing something, you have pushed the envelope so quickly and you're doing so well. and opportunities are just going to keep coming to you. I know it. I love that. I knew it. I knew it. Ah. Please research it if you're not like, if you're not like, oh, it's too woo-woo, whatever. And tell me what you find, because I like literally just started looking into this like yesterday. And I was like, this is really cool. Because you know what, again, it's like, it doesn't need to be an attack on your religion, at least I don't think so. I think if it's something that like gives you hope or makes you excited, or you know, if it has any of those positive benefits, then I say like go with it. Anything that cheers you on and gets you fired up, I don't think is a bad thing. Gosh, this wreath is like making itself. It's so pretty. Yeah, I have been working with these green hydrangea for maybe a year, maybe 2 years. I did not know about the blue. The white is beautiful too, but like the blue is like really, really pretty. And this is just one of those things, like I feel like all customers love that combo. Where do you want to go? All about the woo-woo. Yeah, there you go. I like to go on, you know, either side. So give my respect to the GOD. Helen, you are doing Easter, but you love Mardi Gras. Helen, do you know Amber from Green Eyed Butterfly? Because she actually is from New Orleans, yeah? I don't think you're there now. No, you're in Tulsa now. See, I do listen. She is from New Orleans, and she does a lot with Mardi Gras. And I recently got to see her teach a Mardi Gras wreath, and she had just amazing materials, and just her design skills. Like, they're just fantastic. You can see someone's work, but like you really learn a lot when you actually get to see how they design and why they do the things they do, or like what their thought process is. And so I thought that was really interesting. Because Amber and I love to just pick on each other, but like to see her like in the zone is just lovely. I know. I think hydrangea and peonies are always going to be the top faves. I think there's also a lot of flowers like cabbage roses, other big flowers that people think are peonies. Like, I don't think clients always know exactly, like, they don't need to know botanically what every name is. It's just they either like it or they don't, you know? Kim, you're a dragon, so what does that mean? And Helen and everybody else, again, like if you're logged in here and not under your business name, absolutely feel free to drop it. I was creeping on Helen's work page today just because, and you are a great designer. Was it your work page? Maybe it wasn't. But it was wherever you messaged me from Instagram. Yeah, hydrangea are classic. And also when you're thinking about, you know, like if you're selling on Etsy or they're Googling, like what are they Googling? If they know that they want a flower, like a floral wreath, but they don't know what, well, if they know a flower's name, it's a pretty good chance it's hydrangea or peony, I would say, or sunflower, like something that they're familiar with. So I had a custom order last week, and at first I was like, this is interesting. It was the nicest husband in the world. He and his wife are like big Harry Potter fans, which I don't really know a whole lot about Harry Potter, but I know a very sweet husband when I see it. And so he and his wife, they're from different like houses or whatever. I think there's like 4 houses in Harry Potter. And so like their bedroom is like themed. So like one part has like her house crust and the colors, the other part of the bedroom has his. And so he wanted wreaths to go around each of their little crusts to go on their part of their room in the wall, like on the wall. And he was so excited. And I was like, you are like, I'm like, you are the nicest person. Like, I love when someone's like, what are you doing? Is it work? I'm like, yeah, jackass, it is. But also, like, whatever you're doing, if you do something and it makes somebody feel good, like, that's your why. And, like, he was, like, my why, you know? He did ask me to make a snowman, and I was like, no, hell no, that's not happening. You're really nice, but, because he's in Florida. He's like, you never get snow, make a snowman. I'm like, no. If I was going to do it, it would be for you, but no. But then he sent me pictures of his wife opening up her wreaths, and oh my God, she was so happy. And I was like, there you go. That's exactly why I will spend time doing something on Harry Potter that I know nothing about. That makes it worth it. You're a rooster? Not as sexy? I don't know. You know, roosters, they're alpha, they're protective. I don't know if that's the vibe you're going for, but you got to tell me something about it. And why am I reading about a pickle? Why are we talking about pickles? What did I miss? Well, there's also like the rat. I'm trying to think of what else. The rat. Yeah, I really got to learn more about stuff before I start openly talking about them. Okay. Going in with our last color, which is the white hydrangea. And see, now since we've worked in patterns, now we're going to just see where our blank spots are. We're going to go through, plug these guys in, and then we're going to go back, and in between we're going to start placing our filler florals and our eucalyptus. It's like a little symphony. Kim loves pickles. Who wouldn't? Did you, Kimberly? There you go. We're in sync. We're meant to connect today. I would love to see it. Is it on Facebook? So like part of this whole cocooning thing when they say like you're just like a little agitated, like I'm not even really on social media. Like I stopped posting. I really am not looking. Like I am only on it like for like group stuff. But that's all going to be changing. And I do like to creep. I do like to creep on people's stuff. Like out of love, not out of being an actual creep. I like that I have to make that differential because it is possible. Not just being a creep. Earth Rooster. Well, I mean, you pretty much have a farm, don't you? I mean, so the whole thing with Michelle is that there's deer everywhere. And I know not that long ago, it was on Facebook, okay. Oh, okay, so for Michelle, Earth Rooster, hardworking, diligent, practical, so biting. Oh, so boring. That's not boring because I kind of think that's who you are. I mean, you've got all the personality stuff too, but like I think that you're very hardworking, and I think that you're like in the earth thing. I mean, you take care of animals that are yours, and you take care of animals that are just out in nature. Do you have a donkey? I know it sounds so weird, but do you? Yeah, like those are all like good qualities. So there's nothing boring about any of that stuff. Embrace your strengths, my friend. A wood snake. So are we all wood snakes? Because I'm a snake. Do you have one? Or I could make a husband joke, but I won't. I'm gonna play nice. Somebody's got a donkey. There may be more than one. Amber's got Taz. I know that much. I got rid of my jackass. Life is good. All right. Cut up my eucalyptus. That's right. Onward and upward. I don't know about a wood snake. I'm gonna have to do some more reading. I just got so excited about like all the good things, and then I think I probably had ADHD and just moved on to something else. But Amber did as well. Independence is very freeing. Scary, easier said than done, but I think, and I'm not saying it's all done, but, well, I mean, my divorce is, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that I still have to figure out, but I'm on my way, and that was like the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing that needed to happen, was the start. The pot is not warm enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think this is gonna need a bow. I think I'm gonna use the ribbons that she got and just make a bow separate to sell, but I feel like something that's like this natural should just, I don't think I want to add anything to it. I don't know, what would you guys do? Bow or no bow? Because sometimes I like when people just do like the simple little bow too. Like big bows, I think they're meant for a certain type of client. Not everybody's into like the big bows. Like I love them, but I think things that sell more for me are more things with like a more conservative bow. But it all, I think some of that has to do with like the area that you live in, the type of clientele that's just naturally already looking at your stuff. Okay, so we kind of did like mostly the outside, so we're gonna go on the inside. And I like to have things that are kind of like dividing up our flowers, so I call them like little disruptors. That way we can just get a better view of the individual blooms. It's okay if flowers are touching, I just think it's kind of like how things grow in nature. No bow, okay. The monkey. Debbie, you have to tell us about the monkey or else I'm going to have to look all this up. Leslie, you're so funny. Nobo, monkey, intelligence, sorry, curiosity and mischief. Okay, that's a pretty good fit. I think Kim's got a little bit of monkey in her too, because she is mischievous. That woman is mischievous. So wait, Kim, Kim, what were you and what did it mean again? Okay, went way too far. I may have to go back and look, because otherwise I feel like sometimes when I touch things I end up ruining everything. But yes, look it up and then look up what's going to happen when the year of the snake ends. I think for everybody, it's still going to mean shedding. You still need to get rid of like whatever needs to go, whatever doesn't serve you as you go into like 2026, because that must be Chinese New Year. Get more things I'm not qualified to guess about. Okay. You were born wrong. None of that fits you. I don't know. I think that you're smart and curious and mischievous. Horse is energetic, enthusiastic, independent, embodies vitality, speed, and perseverance. So like that's the whole thing, is that you're, for me, what I read was basically I'm shedding the bad and then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to like kick butt this year. And yeah, it's like it's a very motivating year for everybody. For everybody, it's the year of the horse. But if you are the horse and it's the year of the horse, I think you're like double downing on it. Just like for me, I had to shed a good 220 real fast. That's the best diet. That's the best diet this girl could have. I should have done it sooner. All right, let's see. I'm always at a disadvantage with the angles here. All right, let's see. Let's go get into these guys. So I'm going to break these up. I know, like, we don't have to even read anything anymore because Google summarizes it. I'm like, I mean, there's strengths to it, but I'm like, oh, how dumbed down are we going to get when everything is answered for us? Or like it summarizes an email before you even read it, or a text. I don't know. And we're just like kind of trusting it too, which is also a bit scary. So, okay, Kimberly, you're a horse as well. So this is going to be your year to double down. Go for all the success you wish. Get the cha-ching. Pumped. That's how I see it. Okay. I think it might have done something weird because my mom was calling. You know, like, even though if you put something on Do Not Disturb, it still allows, like, your favorites to come through. So, that woman always has a knack for coming through when I'm doing things. So, okay. Amber, when you say earth horse, is it saying that there's different types of horses? And then what's that based on, like the year or whatever? Because if so, I don't know what kind of snake I am. And then, yes, Helen, sorry. I think I got distracted. But, yes, are you in Europe? I feel like when I was being a creeper on your page, I feel like it had the Euro sign on something. But I could be a bold-faced liar. Like, why are these things wood dragon? Based on the year, this, okay. Elemental variations. Look at you. Look at you, Miss Nerd. Just kidding. It was actually a really good answer. There is nothing I won't tease you about, Amber. Never. It will never stop. Aw, you guys are like a match. So Kim and Debbie, it says the best match is a dragon. Amber, find out. Are we a match? Snake and horse? I feel like we are. There we go. Both love life, adventure, and share a cerebral, optimistic look. I need to know who I'm compatible with. Could it be Leslie? Could it be Helen? Could it be somebody who fights over me at the Derby? I mean, what better way to be compatible? There you go, Kim. I don't ask for much. Just fight over me. Please. I just need to see two grown women wrestling around on the floor. You can mud wrestle. You can arm wrestle. I don't care. I just need to see some action. Okay, so it's based on the year. Okay, so I need to do some further digging. Leslie, I really wish you were going, because there's going to be a fight at the gala. Which, for anybody going, I'm like ordering all these different derby dresses. I was going to try and get like one nice one from somewhere. And then I was like, I probably should be a little more responsible. So I'm going the Shein route. I'm going to order just a whole bunch of them that are like 20 bucks and see what I like. And if that doesn't work out, I'll just go shopping in person. Oh, perfect filler. Perfect. Oh, my word. Love you. Love you. Love you. And I love things like this that you can just totally stretch them. So like one piece is going to go in between all of these flowers. That is beautiful. Hey, Renee, you're a water tiger. Now that just sounds cool. Thread up, okay. And I sell on Poshmark. That's probably a good one too. Tiger, dog, sheep, goat. Well, Amber, if it's not me, I don't care. All right, that's a good call. Good call on the dresses. Cause yeah, I'm like, I don't know, unless it's something I feel like I'm gonna wear again. You ordered 4. Did you happen to find any that look like the original? The one that looked like you had snacks under it or something? So, Renee, what is the water tiger? I know, Leslie. It was so fun hanging out with you and your mom last time. And, like, now I have a better idea of what to expect, so it'd be even more fun. Snake, a deep yin-yang connection. Oops. They can be highly compatible or completely at odds. Is that with you, Debbie? Because you know we're on the same page. Vision board to get your butt in gear. Yes. I need to do a vision board too. And honestly, last year I had my shepherd on it, and that was like one of the big things. And I got it. But yeah, you know what? I think this is, if you haven't already done like a vision board, or, you know, whether it's you want to do that or you want to come up with your strategy for the year, you know, it's not too late. Like, I know people like to say they want to do things like on the new year and that's when they're motivated and all that stuff, but as long as you do it, that's all. You can choose whenever you're feeling motivated, then that's when you do it. Cow, rooster, and monkey. So monkey is Debbie. Rooster, Michelle. I don't think we've seen an ox. My dad is an ox though. Okay, so the water tiger is courageous with high emotional awareness. I love that. Because you know what? There's some emotionally deaf people. Low emotional IQ. I bet you're sad, Amber. I thought we were gonna have a friend connection there. I was just so excited. I was still on the high from knowing you were a horse. On my high horse. Get it? That's like a dad joke. I should be more embarrassed. Actually, I'm not. I'm kind of proud of myself. So yes, I do have a couple other boxes from TCT Crafts. The other one is Valentine's. And I know I'm late on that, which is why I'm doing this one, because a lot of those supplies could be sold out. They might not be. But that's why I need to do these things on time, because then everything's pretty much available. So I think I'll do that shortly, in the near future. And then tonight at 6, it's glue everywhere, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing the Valentine's Day kit with TMI gifts. And then also I'm going to do an unboxing for the next wreath. And I'm pretty sure the wreath involves like some really, really nice peonies. Like they're kind of like my go-to. Like I love them. And I love designing with them. And they sell, you know. Thank you. I know, Amber. If you want to go take a nap and sleep it off, you probably should. It would have been fun. I thought we had the connection. These fillers are so great. I wish there's no pricing on here. So again, if you go on the TCT website, you can find the designers section, and everybody has one. So like, you know, Ashley has one. Oh geez, Julie has one. Julie Peterson has one. But yeah, you can see these things and get the prices on them. And then use promo code KARA15 to save 15%. Or as you know, girl math it, spend 15% more. I'm so glad you guys are able to join me, because you've made this so much fun, and you've made it easy for me to ease on back in. It was kind of like, am I going to regret doing this? But when you have your friends with you, it's just so much easier to get through anything, don't you think? Oh, Amber, I didn't know. I'd already scheduled it. Well, no one knows. No one knows I exist right now, so you're good. You are good. I'm doing it so late. So very late. That didn't even click when I promoted you. So, there you go. Alright, so now I'm just kind of waiting to do white. White. What did I do? I do 2 more rows. What the heck I just did? Okay, well, we'll just go with blue. Yes, watch Amber tonight. Ignore me. I understand. Amber had her scheduled because she's organized. You can still pop on and say hi to me because TMI gifts deserves it. They shouldn't have to suffer because of me. Hello, Bruno. Hello, baby, Bruno. Hi. Do you want to say hi? You give him a hug? Oh, say hi. Say hi. See what? Big. Ugh. Ugh, I don't know where that paw's been. Huh? Still a baby. Still a baby. Yes, I know. Gonna be two. Oh, yes, that's why. That is why, Bruno. Alright, Bruno turns 2 in April. He's got some body parts. Gotta go. He's not treating his sister like a sister lately. So, he's so handsome. And yes, Leslie, they're always like top tier. And she'll ask like, oh, do you want to pick stuff out or whatever? And I'm like, nope. Because you do a way better job than I ever would. And her designs too, like, there's a lot of interesting things about Melissa. And I know I've said this before, but, you know, she has a corporate background and like used to like manage, I want to say she was like a project manager for things. So she's very organized. She's also very calm. Yeah, I know. I know, Amber. He's really showing him off like Ken, but it's not gonna be there for long. Yeah, so she's very business minded, but she's also a great designer. Like I love watching her designs and seeing what she comes up with because they're very elegant, and she has a big variety of things like design aesthetics. You know what I mean? Like it's not like only wreaths and arrangements. It's like she just does all sorts of things. Like she does like the crosses, she does the things on candlesticks, like I don't know what those are called, but she's just one of those people that just kind of has like all of it to offer. And she's a great person to pick. If you have to pick somebody's brain about something and you're really stuck, she's so good about it. She's so good about helping. And again, that is like one of the people, when you have people like in this community that the last thing they're thinking about is like feeling threatened or competing, then that's what you get. And you always get more than you give. So, you never want to be holding back on each other. I don't think there's any benefit to it. It's kind of like the whole gatekeeping thing. I highly recommend these spray things. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to mess around with these afterwards because I kind of can't see all the angles. But I will say, like, you can just move these any which way. And I do love wreaths that, like, they look all creepy crawly when you put things towards the center. Definitely reminds me of how things grow in nature. So I'll be fixing that. This will look a lot nicer when I zhuzh it up. I mean, we're using all 4 here, but honestly, like, you could probably get away with just getting 2 of these. Because each one is broken up into 3 pieces, but each of these 3 pieces is like a lot. And last one. All right. I know this needs some fixing, but in general, she gave like, maybe I'll use these, maybe I won't, but perfect amount of stuff. And we didn't even use the ribbon, so I'll be making a bow with this at some point. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on such short notice. Again, love having my friends. Appreciate you guys. And I just want to say again, I really appreciate everybody who's made this so easy for me, and anybody who's reached out and thought of random little old me. It does mean a lot. Let's see. You're a rooster, and that's good. See? Michelle is on this call, and she is a rooster too, and they're all good qualities. It's a very dependable character, which means a lot because, you know, if you can't count on somebody, it doesn't really matter if you got all those other charming qualities, you know what I mean? All right, so Amber is going to be on at 6 tonight on Facebook and TikTok. I am going to be on here, but you can also ignore me because Amber's mad at me. Not really, but yes. So I'm going to be on tonight with Tea My Gifts. Tiffany's going to be on here as well. Hey, Renee. Aw. No, I do remember you, and I'm so far behind, but like I'm back in the groove. See, Amber? You give what you get. I'm putting you first, my friend. Yes, I have been MIA. I don't think I've made a video on YouTube in at least 2 months. So I am back. I will be on tonight at 6 Eastern Standard Time. TMI Gifts is going to be on too. I think my girl Tiffany will be on. And we're going to make a Valentine's Day swag. And then we're also going to go over the next wreath kit, which I think you guys are going to really love because I'm pretty sure it's like a deep peony. And I don't think there's a bow or anything. I think it's going to be very like au naturel. So again, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and maybe I'll see you, or maybe you'll see Amber tonight. All right, bye guys.